Hello, what is up guys? EvilDuoSarm here today, back with another Black Desert video. Today's video was requested during one of my Twitch live streams that happens every single weekend, so if you haven't tuned into one of those, make sure to check it out. But the guide request is for a guide on the crystal system in Black Desert catered towards beginners. So what are the best crystals to get? How do you equip crystals? Where can you find crystals? All sorts of different things revolving around the crystal system. So if you're new to the game, don't understand the system, or even if you're a veteran and want to know what are some good suggestions for you as you progress in the game, this video will help you out substantially. Real quick though, before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, new to Black Desert, or enjoy the content on the channel, please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me and would help to grow the channel. And without further ado, let's get into it. So quick summary of what a crystal is. Crystals are different items that you can obtain throughout Black Desert that provide boosts to your character stats when equipped to a different piece of gear in your inventory. What do I mean by all this? Basically, crystals are items that you pick up through playing through Black Desert, so things like this, that you can put on your gear in different crystal slots that each piece of gear has. Every single piece of gear that you can get in Black Desert has a differing number of crystal slots, and when I say gear, I mean weapons and armor. So you can see, for example, this helmet has 2 slots. You can see it says empty slot there. If I go over my armor piece, you instead, midway down the page, can see that I have 2 crystals slotted into it. If you go to the bottom of your inventory panel, you will see your crystals that you have equipped. So after you've started to equip some crystals, everything that you have on will be shown here. Crystals can break if you die to mobs in PvE content or some bosses as well. So try to avoid dying when you have crystals on. The crystals that I'm going to suggest to you in a little bit later in this video are relatively cheap, so if you do die with them on, it's no big deal replacing them. But when you get super high endgame, super awesome crystals that cost like hundreds of millions of silver apiece, it sucks a lot to die. Your crystals will not break if somebody ganks you in PvP. So if you're out farming and minding your own business and Billy the murderer comes out and decides he wants to kill you, or if you're AFK on your horse riding from city to city and somebody kills you, you will not lose your crystals. They will not break unless you die to a mob. So if Billy the jerkhole decides to take you to 2 health and let a mob finish you off, your crystals may break. So do keep that in mind. General PvE content will kill your crystals and break them. Getting killed in PvP through ganking will not get them broken. But anyway, this is a quick summary, so it'll show you if any of your crystals have broken after you died, or if you're missing a slot for something or anything like that. Equipping a crystal is super simple. So once you have the crystal in your inventory, and once again, later in this video, I'm going to show you different crystals to choose and pick up and all sorts of things like that. But in this case, I'm going to put this magical crystal of infinity energy on. All you need to do is open up your Black Spirit, click on the transfusion option, which is this one highlighted in purple down here, click on the piece of gear, so in this case, the strength shoes of Heave, click on the crystal option, and slot the crystal by clicking it in. It will just go into the slot. Really super easy and straightforward. Now getting a crystal out, on the other hand, is a bit more difficult. So if you click on the crystal from the slot over here, you will see that the crystal is going to be removed and destroyed forever. That's a reason why we want to use these cheaper crystals as a newer player in this beginner video that I'm going to suggest to you here in a second. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that before I actually do it. But anyway, you want to use cheaper stuff while you're just getting into the game. That way if it breaks or if you have to take it out to put something better in, you don't feel as bad when you lose the money. That being said, you can remove more expensive crystals through the use of a Pearl Shop item. And that Pearl Shop item is this item right here, Black Spirit's Essence. So it's under Function, Consumable, 200 pearls, so $2 you can extract a crystal. So you better be sure that that crystal is really worth $2 before you extract it. Also note that periodically the game will give out an item called the Crystal Extraction Tool, so my mouse is hovering over it right here, periodically through different events. So you can also extract crystals every once in a while when the game decides to be nice to you and give you one of these tools. But anyway, that's basically it for crystals. So they're pretty darn easy to put on, they're a pain in the butt and cost money to take off. They break if you die in PvE, and it's really no big deal if you die in general PvP. So now for the rest of the video, I'm going to show you some of my suggestions for a new player or a beginner player in Black Desert of crystals that are super useful for your adventure while being relatively cheap. This is all on a spreadsheet that will be linked in the description below, and each point of the spreadsheet links you to the wiki page that shows you exactly what the crystal is. Look at all of this work I put in for you. If that's not worth a like, I don't know what is. So I cannot go through every single crystal on this list. I just tried, it took 17 minutes, and I didn't even finish the list. So we're going to go through and show you the highlights, and then if you want to look at any of these crystals in more detail, see how much they cost or anything like that, if you scroll through the left side of a central market window, look for the Magic Crystal tab and look for each of the different weapon categories or armor categories for each of the crystals that you see listed on my list. But anyway, to hit the high points, the helmet slot does not have a lot of good crystals that you can pick up. Your best option in the cheap and good category is going to be the Ancient Magic Crystal Harfia. It provides you additional HP as well as HP recovery. Your honorable mention for this one that's worth noting is the Kittix Crystal of Adventure, which you will get for a login reward for playing Black Desert. 10% EXP bonus. There's also the Crystals of Infinity experience that you can pick up that provide you 10% EXP bonus as well. You can use these crystals when grinding to level up a little bit faster. In the armor slot, your best in slot is going to be the Ancient Magic Crystal of Koblinus. This thing is pre-ordered up the butthole. There's like 5,000 pre-orders for this on the NA server, so you're really not going to buy it off the market, but if you get one from an RNG box or a random drop from funding different things in Black Desert, it is definitely one you're going to want to hold on to rather than sell. It's actually really good and will last you a large portion of the game. Honorable mention is the Black Magic Crystal of Koblinus, the next step up above this. It costs an additional 20 million silver over the cost price of the regular Koblinus, but this one's actually available on the market. There's like 300 of them at the time I'm recording this video, so you can still pick this crystal up. Now the glove slot is interesting. In Black Desert, you're going to max out your attack speed or casting speed relatively quickly with a Zarka weapon, as well as a simple Kron meal. So a simple Kron meal, which you should be using anytime you're grinding, provides you an additional attack speed boost of 2. And your Zarka weapon is going to provide you attack speed or casting speed plus 3, which will put you to plus 5, which is the maximum you can have. So you do not need any of the attack speed buffs on the gloves as you progress in Black Desert. What you will need instead is critical hit. So the Magic Crystal of Infinity Valor provides you 2 additional critical hit points, and it costs like 100,000 silver, so it's super cheap, easy bonus stats for your character to max out your critical stat. If your gloves have 2 slots, you can put 2 of these crystals on for a total of plus 4 critical hit, which is actually equivalent to plus 16% critical hit bonus to your character, critical hit chance on your character, which is cool. The shoe slot actually has a bunch of different crystals you can use as well that are pretty cool, but the biggest one that you're going to be shooting for is the Ancient Magic Crystal of Histria. This crystal provides you additional carry weight, just like the Koblinus, as well as a movement speed bonus. Now, if you actually have 2 Koblinus as well as 2 Histria crystals on your character, that is plus 80 carry weight to your character, which is pretty cool. Makes grinding or general questing a lot easier in Black Desert. One more fun one of note for PvE-oriented players is the Magic Crystal of Infinity Energy. This crystal provides you 10 additional energy to your character. So if you're out gathering or doing farming or anything like that, you can get 20 bonus energy on your character to help make a little bit more money off of your life scaling. So it is a PvE-orientated crystal. Now another one I forgot to put on my list that's also like this is the shoe crystal, the Magic Crystal of Infinity Submergence. This one allows you to breathe for 15 extra seconds underwater, so if you do underwater gathering, you can get an additional 30 seconds of underwater breathing time with socketing 2 of these crystals onto some shoes. Moving on to the weapon tab, the weapon also lacks cheap and impactful crystals, so your best bet is to take the ones that give you HP or mana recovery, help you grind a little bit longer, a little bit more efficiently. Otherwise, you can just throw on some additional damage crystals. There's really nothing too great in the cheap and good category for weapons. That being said, if we're sticking with the whole life scaling theme, you can actually pick up the Magic Crystal of Infinity Durability, throw it on a crap weapon and equip it while you're out gathering or something, and it will increase the durability or decrease the amount of durability wear on your gathering utensil, which is cool, letting you gather for a little bit longer before you need to repair it. The final slot is the offhand slot, and the offhand slot really only has one option in the cheap but good category, and it is this Magical Crystal of Infinity Critical Hit. This is an awesome crystal. It's a 10% bonus to your critical damage, and ideally if you pair it with additional critical chance with this Valor Crystal and try to max out your other critical chances on your character, you'll basically have a permanent 10 to 20% damage buff active with this critical hit crystal. If you can't gather those, or if you can't get those while you play through the story, you're going to get a Voltara Spirits crystal as well as a Black Spirit crystal. Both of these provide you 5 additional AP. So you can use these crystals as well while you wait to buy these or actually craft these, because this crystal is actually super easy to craft as well. But anyway, guys, that is basically it for my summary of crystals that are useful. Once again, you can comb through this list. All of them are linked to the forum topics, so you can read them on the different wiki pages. And once again, these are only my suggestions. If you can think of some crystals that are better in the cheap but good category, feel free to share them in the comment section below so other people can take advantage of them. And that's also basically going to be it for this video. So in this video, we showed you my recommendations for the best crystals for a new player to be trying to socket on their character. We took a look at how to socket them, we took a look at how to buy them, and we gave you a general overview of the crystal system in general. Anyway, if you did find this video useful, if it's going to help you to progress in Black Desert Online, if it's going to make your life amazing, do let me know in the comment section below, and also make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you stay updated when new content comes to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you at the next stream over on Twitch, the next YouTube video, or wherever I happen to see you. Peace.